how Robert Half has been using Pitchy with Ellen. So, Ellen, maybe the first question would be, of course, why did you need to create videos? What are the context that you had at the beginning?
Well, we wanted to use videos for internal communications from an HR point of view. It actually adds an extra layer in our communications, so we keep on using the more well-known or classic communication channels. It's an extra platform to convey a message, and as with many communications, it implies you need repetition. And with the videos, we actually wanted a more modern way of communicating. It's much more visual. You can give a better explanation rather than plain text, as you already mentioned, Farah. It attracts attention much faster. It's just more attractive and it sticks better to people. We have many benefits at Robert Half and we want to communicate about it. It's, as I already mentioned, it's important that employees know which benefits we have and what they entail exactly. And then also, one thing to add, using videos can make it much more personal in terms of communication. You can, for instance, make yourself visible through a video, so that personal touch as well.
Okay, so before using videos, you were just using like PowerPoint slides and things like that?
Yeah, correct. Okay. Mails, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so why did you decide to go with Pitchy solution then?
Well, we got to know Pitchy through our colleagues from France. We saw a couple of videos, the possibilities and how easy it was to use it. So we decided to start with Pitchy as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I had an extra question here. What feature that we have available on the platform would you say is the best, like the one that you use most? Like what's the feature you're using every day?
I think it's the animated aspect in the format. It gives something extra. It's a dynamic you can put into it. You can adjust with the music you put on your slides or your presentation. Yeah, it creates a whole atmosphere actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, and I think that to my point of view as well, like the animation that we have available is very sophisticated and it's really like professional looking. So you kind of think that an agency could create that as well. So
yeah.
And you can tell us more about your use cases. So you could actually see everyone here on the right of your screen, like some video examples. But can you talk more about like your use cases besides the benefits that you mentioned already?
Yeah. Well, for instance, in the first lockdown period, we have created some get in touch videos for each office. Suddenly, we all had to switch to a totally remote way of working. So we sent short videos in which we, as HR business partners, have recorded ourselves and talked about some highlights and tips from HR. And that we were also eager to hear from them to keep that connection. We've also made a short video, kind of a job aid, for a renewed tool we use for leaves and absences at Robert Half. The tool had changed quite drastically, so it was a nice way to explain how to use the renewed tool in a short video. Before Pitchy, we probably would have given a webinar in order to show how to work with the tool. Now it's a short video, it's a link you can continue to use and to forward. We've also created a video to announce the promotions of our employees in our headquarters. On the one hand, we have the formal announcement with the context and career path of each employee through mail, for which you aren't always sure that everyone reads it actually. So on the other hand, we have a nice short video with the overview of the promoted employees with their picture, listed their new roles and titles rather than just the plain text.
Yeah, that's true. And it has proven to be more impactful for you?
Yes, for instance, on the Get in Touch videos, we received a lot of positive feedback from our employees. Yeah, people are enthusiastic, especially that more personal touch, as I mentioned. And then also, for instance, our payroll team was very happy that we could help them with their video on the renewed tool for leaves and absences. It also, it makes it much more visual, so people are more likely to click on a video than read longer texts.
Yeah, and I have a number like 65% of people would open an email if it's with a video inside of it as well. So that's another good information to know. And as your team has been using for Pitchy, for a little bit more than a year now, what is the feedback on the use of the solution? How do they feel using it?
Well, it's mainly us which are using the tool to create the videos. So easy to work with. A lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, easy to use it. And last question, what would be like your next big project with Pitchy?
Well, it's actually a continuous evolution. What are topics or info that we want to share, and which communication channels we will use, and also to see what we could use Pitchy for. For instance, now we're working on a reminder for our employee assistance program to keep our 2021 team alive or lively around well-being. So we have a special focus on that. We had already other communications, but we certainly, we're preparing actually to use Pitchy now to send a reminder about the content of the program. We also have plans to make kind of a feel-good video to share some best practices and tips for our employees on how to keep connected to one another, given the fact that teleworking is still the situation we're in. So we have to hang on a bit longer. So for that as well, we would like to use Pitchy.
Yeah, and you're right to say, and we talked about it on this presentation, it's very important to keep everyone connected, and I think that video is a good way of having a more dynamic message and also a more human message as well. So thank you so much for that feedback, Ellen. That was very interesting, and I hope that everyone also enjoyed hearing how to use videos and how you could actually use them for your digital communication strategy.